Hello everyone. In this video we are going to see Nectar in a Sieve written by Kamala Markandaya. So Kamala Markandaya was born on 1st January 1924. He was a novelist and journalist. The pseudonym is Kamala Markandaya, but real name is Kamala Purnaya. Okay. Received awards like the National Association of Independent School Awards in the year 1967 and the Asian Prize in 1974. Writing style is in the writings we could find the passionate portrayal, that is Indianness. We could find some sort of Indianness and some kind of passionate towards Indianness and profound deep sympathy. Okay. And was known as one of the most important Indian novelist. Okay, most important Indian novelist writing in English. And she used the first person this novel, that is Nectar in Sieve. This novel is written in first person narration, and it was the narrator in this novel is Rukmani. Okay. So Rukmani, she was married to Nathan. Okay, that is Rukmani's husband. He was married to Nathan at the age of 12. See the age. Okay. And after her marriage, she begins, that is, she commences her life, and she also finds her husband to be a lovable and kind husband. Okay. Soon after that, Rukmani, she gave birth to a child, uh, that is a baby child, and she was named as Iravadi. Okay, Ira. Okay. Then after that, after the birth of Iravadi, Rukmani was not able to get pregnant for nearly almost 6 years. Okay. So after that, Rukmani, she goes to see her ill mother. Okay. So after that, during that time, he meets a man who was taking care of her mother, that is Rukmani's mother. So he was a Western doctor and his name was Kennington, that is Kenny. Okay. While he goes, what that is, while Rukmani goes to meet her mother, this Western doctor, she, that is he, treats the infertility of Rukmani, and after that she gives birth to 4 sons in 4 years, that is consecutively. Okay, one son in 1 year, so 4 sons in 4 years. After that, years later, they built a tannery. Okay, in their small village they built a tannery. So in that tannery, Rukmani and her family, they started to live. Okay. That tannery, so every people in the village, they started to welcome that tannery, but Rukmani is resistant because that tannery is bringing lot of changes to the community, so she is not interested to do that. So she is resistant towards the changes, but every other people in the village, they are fond of these changes. Okay. So after that, her oldest sons, that is her eldest sons, they go to work in tannery. Okay, but Rukmani was not interested in sending them to work there, so she tried to stop them. But later she had been forced to accept. Okay. Now Ira, who was her first daughter, she was 14, and she has attained the age to marry, because Rukmani was married at the age of 12, right? So now Rukmani's daughter Ira, she was at the right age to marry, like that they consider. Okay. So Rukmani, she finds a matchmaker, even though they have only a small amount of dowry. Okay. And then a favorable match. So based on their financial status, Rukmani is able to find a person. So after that, Ira got married and she moves to her husband's home. So after that, 5 years later, after the marriage of Ira, a terrible monsoon, It destroyed it destroyed Rukmani's home and also rice paddy, etc. Okay, so after that, uh, uh, this is the critical situation which Rukmani is already facing. Adding to that, Ira's husband, he sends Ira to her home because she has failed to get pregnant. That is, she is infertile because of her infertility. Ira's husband had sent her to her own home. Okay, so see the condition, that is, see the pathetic condition of Rukmani. Her rice paddy was destroyed, and also her daughter returned home after the marriage with the reason that she is infertile. Okay, and then after that, Rukmani also had this kind of infertility in her life. So this was treated by Kenny. So Rukmani, he also that is, she also takes her daughter Ira to give infertility to Kenny in order to give infertility treatment for Ira. Okay, but even though Rukmani had taken her daughter to Kenny in order to cure his infertility, already Ira's husband has married another lady. Okay, now Rukmani gives birth to his last child. See the condition. Her first daughter is infertile, but the mother is giving birth to her last child. Okay, but Ira, she is the only person who nurtures that baby. Uh, but suddenly there was a scarcity, that is, there was shortage of food. Okay, so during that time, Ira, she becomes a harlot, that is prostitute, in order to earn money and to feed the last child of Rukmani. Okay, even though she tries a lot in order to feed the last child, it ended in vain and the child died. Okay, again the drought hits the same family again. Okay, so now Rukmani and Nathan, they were in the forceful situation in order to sell everything they have. Okay, the only reason for selling everything is just in order to get enough food for their family. Okay, see the poor condition of them. They don't have even proper food in order to continue their life. So they were forced to sell everything they have. Okay, and then one of the neighbor's wife, Kundi, she comes to Rukmani's house demanding that she needs some kind of rice. Okay, she tries to demand, or she tries to threaten Rukmani. That is, that Kundi, she says that if Rukmani, if she refuses to give the rice which she demands, definitely this Kundi will reveal the secret about Rukmani to Nathan. Okay, so after that, she also comes to know the truth. That is, Rukmani comes to know about the truth that Rukmani, she also, that is, this Kundi, she is also blackmailing Nathan. That is, the reason is uh, that Rukmani's two sons, they were fathered by Nathan. Okay, so on hearing that, and also she was very frustrated on hearing that. Rukmani was very frustrated and he got anger towards this Kundi. Okay, during that time, one of Rukmani's son, he was killed at Tannery for stealing. Yeah, of course, stealing is a illegal thing, it is a criminal activity, but for doing that kind of activity, he was being killed. See how cruel the people are. So youngest son of Rukmani, what he does is, he says that he is not interested in farming life. Okay, so he decided to uh, work with Kenny. Okay, and after that, Ira becomes pregnant and she gives birth to albino child. Okay, so this the character Selvan, he loves uh, Selvan is Ira's brother. Okay, so he loves that baby, and he also supports his sister Ira. Okay, and then after that, uh, the landowner, that is Nathan, the place in which Nathan is living. So the landowner of that place informs Nathan that he is going to sell his land to the tannery. Okay, so now they have only few choices. Okay, so what they will do, this Rukmani and Nathan, they decided to find their son Murugan. Okay, so in order to find Murugan, they travels for some 100 miles. They undergone a journey of 100 miles. So when they go to find their son, they come across his wife. Okay, what was the information given by Murugan's wife is she was being abandoned. That is, he was abandoned by her son, and she was in the uh, tragic situation that she wants to work as a housekeeper in order to uh, support herself and also support her own children. Okay, now this Rukmani and Nathan, they have no place to say, no place to say, and also along if even if they try to stay in hotel, there was no money left with them, because their all the belongings and all the money were being stolen. Okay, so they decided to go and stay in the temple, because in the temple beggars will be fed every day, right? So they also can there is also a chance for them to get food, and also they will have a place to sleep, so they decided to go to the temple. There they met a boy named Puli. He was an orphan. Okay, so he will inform this Rukmani and Nathan that where they can break stones for money. This is the usual work which even our people will do, that is breaking the stone in order to earn. Okay, so finally they will go for that work, and they will save some amount of money in order to return to their home. Okay, so unfortunately they try to save the some amount of money, but there everything got collapsed and Nathan dies. Okay, so while only Rukmani will return to her village, while she was returning to her village, she will also bring this Puli along with her. Okay, and they will stay with Selvam and Naira, that is brother and sister, that is daughter and son and daughter of Rukmani. So these are all the things, and this is the summary of the novel. Okay, that is just, it is a life story of a woman. Okay, just she was married at the age of 14, and she was given birth to babies, and one of her daughters is infertile, and she was being abandoned by her husband. And after that she becomes a prostitute, and she gives birth to a baby. And after that this Nathan and Rukmani, they will go in search of their one of their sons, but there Nathan will die, and she will return home. Just it's like an instant which might happen in the life of an individual. Okay, so the theme is poverty, adversity, love, transformation, suffering. So poverty, this the poverty is the main aspect, because at many point of time in this novel we could see the poverty. Okay, because of poverty, due to shortage of food, one child died. Did you remember that point? So the poverty is a major important aspect of this novel. Okay, so they were that is the characters in this novel were not given proper time in order to think how this poverty will affect them, and also how they can overcome this poverty. Okay, even though it is not the only thing which is creating a lot of impact in their life, it is also one of the themes. So adversity, that is, uh, when after her marriage, that is after Rukmani's marriage, she was forced to face lot of difficulties in her adult life. Okay, when after the marriage, Rukmani will come to her husband's house. Once she enters that house, she knows that she has to work a lot. Okay, and her new life will be full of hard works. Okay, and once a monsoon which destroys Rukmani's home and also her rice paddy field. So it was the major, what to say, it has created a lot great impact in Rukmani's life, because it was the only livelihood which will bread their family. Okay, but it was destroyed by the great monsoon. So she has to undergo a lot of difficulties in her adult life, and she suffers a lot. this, these are all the themes of the novel. Okay, Nectar in a Sea. So hope you are clear with all the points which I have discussed so far. If you have any queries or any comments, you can post it in the comment box. Then I will see to it and I will try to rectify it. So thank you for your patient listening. And if you need video for any of the novel which you like, you can post it in that you can post that too in the comment box. Then I will try to make video on that topic. And thank you once again for your patient listening.